Oh shoot, it's recording. Okay. It is time to turn away from this valiant video of LittleWarGame. Now, this is Phaxtolgia, and what I'm covering here is actually a mod that I'm making for LittleWarGame called Superunits. This is an update that's actually going to be coming out very, very soon. When I mean very soon, I mean like tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. So what's gonna come are the following. The one major change that I like to talk about are the heroes. They actually all now require leveling. So back then, most heroes would be able to just erase armies for days on end. But now not so much anymore. A lot of heroes has been their effectiveness have been cut down by half. A lot of them. So for example, you can see Wolf Striker here no longer has 1,000 health. He has to work for it. He now actually has to work for it, and he has a level right here. And each time you level up, you can actually, not including the first level, each time you level up, you can spend your skill point on whatever ability you desire. So such as crossbow quick draw.
Certainly, sir.
And that's actually, and the way you gain XP is pretty self-explanatory. You basically have to kill enemies. I'm gonna go ahead and use my ability, and yeah, I'm just gonna keep going.
Yes. Certainly, sir. Yes. At once, sir.
You can see that he's about to die, but his heal's actually fine enough. Every time you level up, your health is also fully restored. So after every level up, you gain minor stat improvements. That includes health, mana, sometimes armor and damage, and that may include range on some heroes and so on. And as you can see now that I can buy an additional skill. So let's get Rupture. So yeah, that's how heroes work, and you can actually level most of them to level 12. And the reason why I say most is because very specific heroes actually still work very differently. So I'm gonna go ahead. And bring up Natasha here, for example. The thing about Natasha is, oh shoot, it's not written here. The thing about Natasha is that certain heroes they require getting kills themselves to gain XP. So I'm gonna go ahead and send these guys over here, and you'll see in a second that that Natasha may not exactly gain XP. You can see he didn't gain XP even though he just died. But if I leave him alone, you can see that she actually does get the XP right here. Oh, you can see that she actually got some new abilities as well, such as Chase Target and Deploy Gilda. And bomb building has been changed to Time Bomb. I can't go over all the changes, all the individual changes of each hero. I'll copy paste all of that in the description below. So, anyway. So yeah, some heroes require securing their own kills, others do not. At the moment, it's these three. So yeah. Before I forget, you now have the ground foundation. When you click working, you can see that they no longer have the Magnica option anymore. It's now merged into more buildings. Ground foundation right here. It requires a fortress that can be built within 30 seconds.
Yes.
And with the ground foundation, you can actually construct any building of your choice. They will cost 200, but you'll be soft locked out of them. Once you build the super building of your choice. And you can see that I already have 2 because of that. The price has skyrocketed to 2,098, whatever that is. So yeah, there's nowhere where I'm getting that anytime soon. But yeah, in other words, you can now only have 1 super unit type per building, with the exception of Heroic Forge. Now what this building does is it actually lets you upgrade side grades for your units. For example, I can learn Saber Blade for my barrack units, so that way they deal more damage. They deal more damage, but their skills don't last as long and they move slightly slower. So I'm going to research this right here. You can see that he's actually moving slightly slower, and he and he's moving slightly slower, and his abilities aren't gonna last as long. So Rush won't have as much effectiveness, and you can see that the duration description even updated as well.
As you wish, sire.
So yeah, that's his heroic forge. You can actually research secrets for all of them. Like for example, here you got diamond tip, mana. Oh, mana pool isn't supposed to be here. Oh shoot, I need to fix that. Yeah, mana pool is not supposed to be there. I should fix that. And you can see that some buildings are still don't have anything yet. That's because I'm still working on it. And by the time it's released, Strange Hut, Holy Church, Thumb Temple, all super buildings will have at least 2 side grades of your choice. And note they can only upgrade 1 side grade. So yeah.
Yes.
Now finally onto the brand new units. We've got Al Amure and the Davalas, Emilia Davala and Alicia Davala. Now, in case you're blind, you can see that they are twins,
Yes.
and they actually come with their own set of abilities.
Yes.
So you can see
wish,
Alicia Davala actually focuses on delivering damage, while Emilia actually sacrifices damage for more health, and it's not apparent here because of the fact they have a reduced attack speed as show up here. Emilia attacks slower, Alicia attacks faster.
Yes.
So yeah. Now
As you wish, sire.
Now let's see. Emilia has the ability to fire a frozen bolt, which freezes enemies in an area of effect like this. So should wait. There's no friendly fire in it. I should probably take it to an actual enemy to show it off. So I'm gonna go ahead and do the same here. I'm gonna go ahead and get a big shot here. I'm gonna go over Emilia first though.
As you wish, sire.
So you can see that frozen in place, and I can go back and just keep firing. You can see they also have portable cover, which is basically for those that have played like the older versions of Superunits, and this sounds familiar. That's because it's actually the same ability as the one from the Superunits Classic back when Wolf Striker used to have portable shelter. Now here it's now called portable cover. I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate it here. However, it is not healed, but it does provide armor for nearby units. You can see Alicia and Emilia both have armor boost, and other units can get it as well, including your allies. So next up, I'm gonna show up is Bulwarp. So what Bulwarp does is that it lets you teleport to any point you desire, and grants affected allies invincibility. So I'm gonna go. So let me just go ahead and kill these guys up here so you can level up.
Yes.
So meanwhile that's going on, I'm gonna go ahead and cover the levels real quick.
Yes.
So the base XP is 100 on the soldiers and archers, and they both cost 85 gold. So any units that cost less than 85 gold will give less experience. Any unit that costs more will give more XP, and so on.
As you wish, sire.
And yeah, I'm gonna go over here. Now I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate this. So let's just say you're in a tight spot over here. What I can do is full warp, and now she's invincible and is being healed, and I can quickly get her out. See that? Now you can see my other guys are gonna help, and they're actually taking a bit of damage. She needs to get out. I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And oh, one more other thing. Alicia actually has more range than Emilia, so Emilia is almost always gonna take damage first.
As you wish,
so, and they have one more ability up their sleeve, and that is Deadly Duo. They both have it, but depending on which one casts it does different things. So for Emilia, it increases their health, healing, and it also grants them lifesteal, something that other heroes do not have, let alone provide. But they both have an incredibly high cooldown. Alicia's, on the other hand, provides a huge damage boost of 75% and attack speed, and doubles their movement speed. But the drawback is it requires you to get to level 12, 185 mana, is how much mana Alicia will have when she reaches level 12, and so on. So
Yes.
yeah, there's Alicia. Next up, I'm gonna go ahead and cover
As you wish,
Alamure. She is a
As you
support
wish,
hero
sire.
that can heal allies using fire.
As you wish, sire.
As I'm just gonna show off here in a second.
As you wish, sire.
Oh, and meanwhile they go over there. You can see Holy Church and Archer Forest. They both got brand new sprites. Archer Forest I actually made myself. I obviously used the old sprite that it was using as a template. Oh shoot, it's already going on. So I'm gonna pause here real quick. So you can see he's severely damaged. What I can do is research Warm Fire, and what that will do is that will throw out a fire that heals allies. But keep in mind that the projectile travels relatively slowly. So if you need, so let's say Alamura is far away from them, she's gonna have to walk a bit, and the fireball also has to land. But if they're traveling as well, so I'm gonna go ahead and damage my archer here. So let's say, okay, let's say.
Certainly, sir.
Okay, let's say you want to hear this archer over here. So what you want to do is when the archer is moving like this, what you want to do is predict where they're going. So you want to cast it like that. And you can see he got the healing buff. And Alamura can also use an ability called Force Orb, which actually knocks enemies back, and which I can't demonstrate at the moment because I don't have the levels to do it. I'm gonna go ahead and drop all these SOPs here. Provide a bit of healing. And you can see Force Orb. Hold on, I'm gonna.
As you wish, sir.
Natasha, really? Of course.
Yes.
All right, let me see if I put down. Oh, I did put down more units. I put down more over here, but they're catapults, so that's gonna be fun.
As you wish, sir.
So I'm just gonna park my units here. So next up is Force Orb. So what you can do is I'm gonna go ahead and move my unit round and about, and it knocks enemies back, but it doesn't deal too much damage. So you can see here, I'm gonna go ahead and get my archer, Alamura to commit. I'm gonna throw this bad boy. You can see it actually knocks him back. Now this can also work on invisible units as well. So if you have a pesky Scholastic on your bag and have any detection, you can use Force and push him back a bit. And next up is Flames of Eternal. What Flames of Eternal does is that it grants a single target invincibility for a short time. That includes herself.
As you wish, sire.
And if it's leveled up to level 3, it deals 25 damage per second around the target ally. So like if I apply it to myself like this, it would actually deal damage to this archer if it was at level 3. You can see that Alamura is about to die here, and she cannot heal off of her own spell, specifically Warm Fire. So yeah, that's something you gotta be careful about. She has very low sustainability, despite the fact she has a healing spell. And yeah. So yeah, that is all for the new heroes. There is one more that I might add, but I'm not going to talk about it because I have not implemented any part of him into the mod yet. So yeah, those are all the major changes that's happening to this map. Oh, of course, I can't forget. This is also a brand new map, as you've been looking at. So yeah. This is a snow theme map with three starting locations per team. One over here, and here. And a few other small things that I like to cover is you now will start with a bird on your side, so you can actually get some early scouting. And as you may have seen earlier, I was not able to select a unit. That's because there is now a time in which you can pick the heroes from. So for the first 2.5 minutes of the game, or in case it changes number, let's just say that for the first few minutes of the game, you will not be able to create a unit. The reason behind this change is so players can have the time to create their units. So if the super units do come and attack as early as possible, they'll have some soldiers and archers or Gatling guns or snakes or wolves to counteract the heroic unit. Additionally, the fact that it's all been toned down due to the new leveling system that's been introduced, they're actually considerably easier to combat early game. But if you let them
As
creep
you
up
wish,
late
sire.
game, you're gonna be having one hell of a time.
Certainly, sir.
But yeah, that's all I'm gonna cover for this map. I have made a lot of other changes as well, especially to each individual unit. For example, you can see here, Natasha Neo now has Chase Target and Deploy Gilda. So what's going on here is all heroic units that used to have just 1 or 2 abilities, now all of them have 3. Pardon me, let me just take a drink real quick. So yeah, additionally, as you may have seen, hovering my mouse over the abilities also cover what stats they provide on different levels and whatnot. So
Yes.
yeah, and additionally, to accommodate the new changes, the tips have all been updated. So you can see right here. Also, Gisa, Iane, and all the older ones, Iane and Giza specifically, they're actually brand new in this tab. I actually didn't have them before, and I actually made sure to have Alamur and the Devalas in there as well. So yeah, that's just about every major change that's happened to this mod. So if you guys wanna if you want to play for yourself, just open up LittleWarGame. It's a HTML5 browser game, so you got nothing to lose, and you can even play as a guest. So no account required. You can just dive right in and play. So you got nothing to lose playing this. So I recommend giving it a shot. And yeah. Also, when you make up this mod, make sure to look up Superunits 3 because there are actually 2 variants currently. There's about to be 3. One is the Superunits Classic. That's when I started making this mod for the very first time, and it was on a vastly different map too. And the second one is this version right here. It's going to be called Superunits 3. And the third one is going to be called Superunits 2. It's basically the last updates before this map change right here. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to check out the mod, and I'll see you guys next time, okay? Oh, and before I forget, make sure to provide any feedback. I'd like this mod to grow and improve as much as it can, okay? See ya.